Hey everyone, welcome back to Fox and Forge Farm. This week I'm taking you along for a peek into our everyday homesteading life. Just a regular week full of the fun, the fulfilling, and yep, the chores. From paddock work to pottery, baking to beach adventures. Let's get into it. Let's start with the glamour jobs, weeding. We've been tackling lantana and all kinds of cheeky weeds creeping into the paddocks. Sweaty, scratchy, muddy fun. But honestly, it's so satisfying seeing that fresh, clean space afterwards, and the animals appreciate it too.
Hey Max, what you doing, buddy? Max is my other garden buddy, aside from gorgeous George the Kookaburra. They both just wander around the homestead after me and collect all the bugs I dig up for them. Hey Max! Oh, okay, well I got most of it out. There's a couple more pieces that I need to remove, but I'm going to need either a crowbar or a shovel. Not sure how deep the roots are going in that. Whew, it is mucky out here. Great for stress relief though. I woke up with way too much energy this morning, so this was good.
I won't touch on it too much in this video, but of course we always make time for our gorgeous animals. Feeding, grooming, loving on them, it's one of the best parts of this lifestyle. They bring so much personality and joy to our days, and a few laughs too. Next up, we mulch the potato beds with some beautiful sugarcane mulch. It's like giving the garden a cozy blanket. It locks in moisture, keeps down weeds, and helps everything thrive. Honestly, mulch is magic. Mounding up potatoes like this encourages tuber growth and protects the developing tubers from the sunlight, which can cause them to go green and toxic for humans.
Okay, so I've just put straw, just a thin layer of straw over my soybeans. This whole bed is the soybeans. Then these ones are my chickpeas, and I've lightly strawed those as well. Not so much to add mulch as such, but to add that organic matter in a little bit. I put sugarcane mulch in today, and I'll put more wood chip mulch through as well later on as another cover. So these are the first potatoes that I put in, and they are thriving, which is fantastic. All right, time to clean up the mess I made. I'll pop these bags over in the big bin that I have, just for all the bags that end up around the property. It's, yeah, my wheelie bin. It works well. Well, naturally I forgot to film it, but I just re-strawed or re-sugar caned all of these garden beds, so that'll add another layer of organic matter into the beds and provide a bit of protection during the winter for the plants. So whew, it's actually surprisingly hot out here this morning. These gardens are looking a little bit more raggedy at the moment. They got smashed by the caterpillars. This is horseradish. It will grow back. I'll give it a trim and it'll be fine. I also planted out a couple more plants that I got on sale at Bunnings for, $1 or $2 each. We have broccolis starting. These are the first ones that I put in. We did have cabbages as well, but again, kids left the gate open and the chickens got in and destroyed most of the stuff in here, which was a little frustrating. Our spring onions are a staple for us. Rather than pulling out the whole plant, I just cut them off just above the ground and they resprout in a couple of weeks. So I have harvested these plants probably, oh God, I don't know how many. They're like 3 years old, these plants. I'm pretty impressed with how quickly they grow back. So don't pull up your spring onions unless you're really fussy about how they, the white bits taste, because to me I don't notice a difference. I have new greens in, but again they're growing quite slowly. I was harvesting a whole heap of lettuces and things in one of the other beds, but again, chickens ate them all. I've got beets as well. Again, not doing so well after the chookies. This is lemon balm and a liquid amber leaf, and it is ready to harvest. Now I did plant some San Marzano tomatoes. I'm not expecting much from these at this time of year, but I'm just holding out hope. It would be really nice. I do have some Roma tomatoes that, whilst they've slowed down a lot, I'm still actually getting tomatoes off them, which is insane. But can we take a moment for this sweet basil? It is winter and it is still going strong. This is after 3 or 4 weeks of flooding rain as well, so I am very impressed. These are our leek. I didn't plant too many of them because really we don't eat leek very often, aside from maybe a couple of potato and leek soups during winter. I do love it, but it's not something I can eat all the time. Hey ladies. Sir, excuse me. I got really enthusiastic about the brassicas this year. We have so many growing around the place. I reckon there's at least 50 to 70 different kinds of brassicas. These ones are parsnips. These ones I just bought from Bunnings as seedlings, but they're growing nicely. And then because the chickens got into my other patch of onions, I don't know if you can see these, but those are more onion sprouts. So I'll try to get a few more there. The sweet potato has just gone nuts. We've been harvesting the younger leaves. They're edible, so you can put those in salads and things. They're quite nice. They're kind of like a spinachy sort of flavor with a bit of a pizzazz to it. Although something's digging holes in here. I wonder what that is. Probably rats. Ugh, I need to put the cat in here. These little ferny ones are the carrots that I popped in around the bases of the corn. They're going okay. Not as many came up as I was hoping, but it should be enough to get a decent little crop. The corn, which was an experiment, is actually going fairly well for this time of year. I'm not sure if it'll actually grow to the full, corny development, but I'm excited to try. It would be nice if I could grow them during the winter. The cockatoos got my entire crop during summer, which was very frustrating because they're about a week away from harvest. These are the garlic that we put in maybe, it was May? So maybe 2 months? But hang on, April. It was April. April, May, June, yeah. So these are the garlic that I put in then. And they're doing pretty well. I've given everything a fertilize and I've mulched it all. and I'll go through and do that again because garlic's a pretty heavy feeder. The growth in these beds, this is the newest patch, this one. And the growth in these beds has really slowed down with winter, but they are still coming along pretty nicely. That's iceberg lettuce. These are... Oh, sorry, I have a cold. These ones are, I think, cabbage? I think these ones are cabbage. They might be the white thing, cauliflower. I'm not quite sure. These ones, there's a whole row of cabbages and brassicas of all sorts. And look at this, I have snow pea flowers on the first snow pea that I've planted. I can't talk this morning. I have snow pea flowers on the first snow pea that I planted, which is really exciting. I've been having no luck the last 2 years in my other garden beds growing beans for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. I have a row of snow peas growing up along here. But there's also that whole, all these mounds, they're all more potatoes. So I'm hoping that the snow peas will grow a lot faster than the potatoes and get up well above them. And that way we can utilize both sort of the aerial space and the ground space, which would be amazing. Now, this is the first week of winter, and would you believe it? We have ripe strawberries and flowers on the plants. I don't know why. I'm surprised by that, but I'm kind of happy about it. But I'm going to eat this one before the bugs get it, because otherwise I'll forget. They've had a little nibble, but that's okay. So you may wonder how we get in and out of here. We have 2 different fences set up around this whole veggie patch to keep the sheep out and to keep the chickens out. We have this electric fence for the sheepies. They do not like that at all. The chickens don't really get zapped by electric fences most of the time. Sometimes they do get a good whack from it, which I shouldn't laugh at, but it is a little bit funny when they do, because otherwise they just raid the gardens, and I'm not a fan of that. But we have this other netting. This is chicken fencing for the chookies, and that keeps them out most of the time. It's been pretty good, actually. It's kept them out, aside from the few times that I've forgotten to put it back up fully, or I've left a hole underneath that they kind of duck under, which annoys me no end. So those are working pretty well if you're trying to get both sheep and chickens out of the gardens, and turkeys and ducks. I did have to clip the ducks' wings though, because they kept on flying over and trying to get in, so you gotta make it work however you can.
Then it was time to tidy up the yard with a bit of whippersnipping. It's one of those oddly satisfying jobs, clearing paths, edges and fence lines. It feels so good once it's all neat and fresh again. We took a little break to soak in some sunshine and head to the beach. The kids loved exploring the rock pools, shiny shells, curious critters, and crabs doing their thing. It's such a great way to reset as a family.
Saw you paint a picture of a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same, but if you did, I'd still love you anyway. Give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same.
Back in the kitchen, it's time to make some donuts. We made a big batch from scratch, and yes, they were as good as they look. There's something so comforting about a fresh homemade treat. And while the kitchen was already smelling delicious, I whipped up a new batch of citrus soap for the family. Zesty, fresh and gentle, perfect after a long day in the dirt. After lunch, I squeezed in some creative time for our Fox and Forge farm ceramics business. There's something so peaceful about working with clay, shaping each piece, glazing them with love. It's messy and it's magical.
I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same.
The next day, it was time to split some winter firewood. Always a good workout, one of those classic homestead rituals. There's nothing quite like the warmth of a fire you prepared yourself.
So all of this, well not all of it, but most of this needs to be moved over to the house. Don't judge our house too much. It is terrible, we know, but we're working on building a proper house, so this is what we got for now. But I need to move the firewood over there so we can have nice fires because it's getting really chilly. This is where our firewood's supposed to go, and it's meant to go up to about that line, so I have a fair bit of stacking to do. This Aussie timber is so tough. Even with a big heavy block splitter, it does not want to shear off. Normal axe blade will just get absolutely jammed in these sort of logs, so nice thick block splitter with that wedge shape. It still gets stuck, but not as badly. My splitting block split. That is very annoying. Bugger. I have to find a new one. Look at the colour on this timber. I think this is one of the bloodwoods that we have on the property. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Very pretty. Sorry for the snuffling, by the way. I still have that cold. It's just not wanting to give up. Need a breather. Now, anyone that has issues with my block splitting technique, because I'm sure there will be comments, I heard when I was younger that you're meant to swing and slide your arm down as you swing. I don't know if that's a guy thing, because I just don't have the strength to control the swing if I'm doing that. Like, I can't, if the swing goes awry, I can't stop it doing that, which is why I keep my hand a bit higher up. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but I almost chopped my leg off when I was a kid doing it, so it's made me very wary of not swinging through, which is also why my legs are like this far apart while I'm chopping. I do definitely have some timber here which I can't split. I do not have the upper body strength for some of it. I have like my reject pile over there. My husband can deal with that. As much as I am fully convinced that I can do anything he can do, He does have about 40 kilos of extra muscle on top of what I have, and a lot more upper body strength. I will give him that. He gets my reject pile over here, which are the pieces that are just twisty as hell and I cannot split them. So hopefully he can give those a go and we can get all this firewood done. That would be awesome. To any ladies out there that have thought about doing the firewood splitting, give it a go. It is great exercise and it's really fun. Just put on some fun music and go to town. It's not hard. You do get sweaty, but it's good. It's incredibly cathartic being able to smash something. And you're being productive at the same time. Alright, this is the fourth load I've split today, and I think I'm gonna call it at this point. I got all the stuff I gotta go get done. And whew, I think this definitely counts as my workout for the day, so I'm gonna leave it there.
We wrapped up the week with something simple and sweet. Almond shortbread and a warm cuppa. Just sitting on the porch, soaking in the quiet. Honestly, these moments are the best. It's fun, and yes, it takes real work. Honestly, this was only a fraction of the work we did during the week. But that's what makes it so rewarding. If you've been dreaming about a homestead, start small, start where you are, and see where it takes you. Thanks for joining us this week on the Fox and Forge farm. We love having you along for the ride. If you enjoyed this little slice of life, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time!